Hello YouTube, back once again with my Heroes Reborn review. Sorry this is a few days late. I was really busy these past 5 days, but I finally have some spare time. But here we are with episode 7, June 13th, part 1. And like I said at the end of the last episode, I really wasn't sure what Noah and Hiro's goal was like at the end when they went back in time to that day. But you learn it's because they want to stop the explosion from happening, and they want to Noah and also save Claire. So find out at least about how she died. So, yeah, there's that. All I can say, this was actually another pretty good episode for Heroes Reborn. Well, one of the most fun things is when, like, at one point you see how Hiro originally got thrown into that video game world, and it was so fun seeing like classic Hiro with the nerdy glasses just being his gleeful self. Like that was I was so happy to see that. I was like, oh, it's Hiro. But there was no showing of his daughter though, which I found interesting. I am actually kind of curious how his daughter, when his daughter showed up, like if she showed up on that day also. But whatever. So there was that. The entire scene. You also got the return of, oh god, I forgot her name. The mother of Nathan and Peter from the original series, the one who can dream in the future. You learn that it was nice. You also got the return of Mohinder in this episode, in which she picks Mohinder up, just basically says like, okay, you know the CEO corporation woman, I keep forgetting the woman's name, like, okay, she's going to try to destroy the world. She is going to, like, and you also learn that Mohinder was trying to reveal the information to the world that the apocalypse was upon them, but the future dreamer, I forget her name, future dreamer mother woman just says like, okay, but I dream that there is a possible hero. So of course the girl who can bend stuff, and she's like, she can save the world. So you're there, and then but Mohinder's like, no, that can't be right. I mean, like, why would she be like, why would evil CEO want to be like financing this entire like get together of heroes and regular people? And that was actually a pretty sad. So he still had faith, and he still went to the convention, so there was that. While this is going on, it is a well-done sequence. It was just well done of Noah and Hiro walking around trying to find a way to stop the bomb, and also trying to avoid anyone, like, as Hiro says, step on butterflies, even though the first 2 seasons of the show was literally nothing but them trying to stop the apocalypse. Well, for the first one, stop a nuclear explosion. The second season, stop literally the apocalypse. So, interesting that they thought they weren't allowed to stop this. But they had to be more careful when they stopped this. But even though I did kind of like some of their explanations, like when like the younger Noah is being taken away and older Noah is there just about to save himself, and Hero's like, no, you're here. This proves you get away from this. You survive. I thought that was a well-done scene. So there was that. Anything else really? Oh yeah, you also learned how the detective guy first started. Basically he saved Noah when he was about to be killed. Anything? God, there was a lot. So much stuff happened. I felt like there was more stuff happened than it did. Then you learn Mohinder. The reason he was framed for the bomb is because evil CEO one knocked him out and made the clone guy show up with bombs, and then when you think Mohinder's gonna die, Hiro shows up, and my only thought was when he makes time start going and stabbing the duplicator guy. My only thought was just you do realize you can freeze time, Hiro. You don't have to fight him when he can actually fight back. So there was that, and but it led to an effectively dark scene, when it looks like, oh, they're gonna stop the explosion, and then Hiro just says there's too many people they have to kill, there'll be too many butterflies. It led to a dark scene when he basically just lets his friend I'm pretty sure Mohinder died in this episode. Sad way for the character to go out. Because he leaves Mohinder in the garage where the explosion is planted, and he just abandons him and saying that there's just too many butterflies, they can't stop the explosion. And yeah, no, and then like it just ends with like evil duplicate guy just going like, "Well, you're finally gonna be known to the world, Mohinder," and then the explosion happens. I was like, "Oh, poor Mohinder." Even though he was never my favorite character in Heroes, there was something very sad about seeing his return just to see him die. I'm pretty sure he died. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Then any other major things besides the hospital, which is the big one at the end? No, I can't think of any really. So then while this is going on, Noah also then after it learns that Claire's at a hospital and he goes there and he finally learns how she dies, which is she died giving birth to going into cardiac arrest while giving birth to her children. And it was so awkward because I was like, wait, isn't she can't be killed that way? Like she can, like, she's immortal, that's her power. And, like, it was even more jarring, though, when, like, Noah was just like, are you sure, like, there's something blocking the back of her head? Like, she has a spot back here, like, maybe, like, shoved a stick through it, like, for some reason. I was just like, yeah, that's a good point. Seriously, how did she die? Like, they kind of just write off like, who cares? There's no way that we can be given a justifiable explanation for it. So there's that. And but then yeah, you learn that and Noah's with the future dreaming mother, and she's just like, okay, one of these two kids is her kid is gonna save the world, but but they learn that lo and behold she had twins, a boy and a girl, and you can clearly guess who these kids are in this series, even though it's supposed to almost be like a grand reveal in the last shot of the episode. But they're like, okay, so they have to stop the apocalypse a year from now, or at least one of them does. So how about this? The crazy CEO woman is trying to find two babies at the moment. How about we hear us out here? We send her. I mean, we send these two kids back in time so they can grow up in the past and be completely safe. And I was like, well, that's a good idea. Even though I was kind of like surprised, he was like, wait, no, but butterflies. So I was kind of like, Hiro, these kids have to stop the apocalypse. You have tried to do that so many times in the show that. Really, but no, he agrees to do it. And I will say this about this show: this is probably the tightest they ever made time travel in the entire history of the show. Like, basically seeing like how like everything does link up from like when they were like in like how events played out, like for like when like in episode 2 when they went to the hospital and like Noah's like seeing like him like jumping around the video cameras. Like, they actually do tie that into this episode. So I will say this: they do make time travel probably the tightest it's ever been. In the show of Heroes, so I'll give it that credit. Even though, like I said, the original show was just them trying to rewrite the future. So there's that, and yeah, and then I will say this, and then there's just an effectively dark scene where Noah breaks down and like seeing his dead daughter. You don't see her face because they didn't have the actress, of course, and he burst into tears, and then he sees a video of the evil CEO. And I will say this: for all the issues the show has, they have made a fantastic villain. She is such a wonderfully horrible human being. You just want to see die every second she's on screen, and not in an annoying way. You just want to be like, you need to die, woman, you awful human being. You just saw her like on the screen, just being like, I can't believe I don't think there's monsters in this world, but after the events of today, I can't believe someone would cause a terrorist attack like that. And then the episode ends with Noah so angry he goes to go kill her, but then past Noah sees him and tries to stop him, and he's going to. They stopped right before older Noah could take the shots, like with to be continued. So, but my thought was like, you made it established she did not die today. So, I don't understand the point of that. But besides that, all I can say is good episode of Heroes Reborn. Definitely better than other episodes. Did time travel really well. There was some really effectively dark moments, like the fact that they realized they couldn't stop the explosion, and good performance from the guy who plays Noah. So, good episode. And it was nice to see Hiro again. I missed Hiro. Still, I want to know where his daughter fits in all of this. Did she if she also showed up on that day? But I guess that's why this is a two-parter. And then you learn, in case you didn't figure out, the two kids are Lightbender and Tommy. So, Those are the two kids. Yeah. But now the real question is, they may not explain this, but who are these kids' dads? I mean, dad. I want to know that. I want to know who their dad is. Wouldn't be fun. It could be Siler. That would be interesting. But whatever. YouTube, as always, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.